My sister-in-law exposed a shocking truth about my wife during a fight. I am devastated. My parents want me to forgive her, but I want a divorce. I am 38, have been with my wife, Natalie F., 37, for 8 years, married for 4 years. Natalie has a daughter from a previous relationship, Kaya F., 12. Kaya's dad left when she was a newborn. We have no idea where he is. I love her as if she were mine. She calls me dad and has a great relationship with me. I told Natalie from the very beginning that I would like to have biological children, and she said she is open to having more kids. After we got married, we bought a nice place and started trying for a baby. After a year, we did some testing and all came back normal. My wife said IVF would be too costly and hard on her body. I was secretly devastated, but I decided to come to terms with the fact that I'll never have any biological kids. This was until a few days ago when I found out from Natalie's sister that Natalie lied to me. She and her sister got into a fight in our house, and her sister screamed, "At least I don't take pills behind my husband's back and claim I'm infertile. Does he know you terminated a pregnancy?" I was floored. My wife kicked her sister out and started crying, saying she really didn't want another kid and didn't want to lose me. I can't believe she lied to me instead of talking to me. I just left. I have been staying at my parents' house since then. Natalie begs me to come back, and she says we can try for a baby. Kaya even messaged me to come back. My parents think I should just move on and give her another chance. She made a mistake, and she apologized. Am I wrong for wanting a divorce for this lie? Added, I live in Canada. I'm pro-choice. I do believe women have to control their bodies. Don't lecture me about her rights. But this is a different case. She lied to me. I could now have my baby in my arms. I had no idea she is against having more babies until a few days ago. Abortion happened 1.5 years after our wedding. Yes, my baby. Yes, she saw me devastated and upset when she claimed we can't have a baby. I can't believe she lied in my face. Update. Thank you for all your kind comments and private messages. I did receive a few unkind ones accusing me of trying to control her body or making her feel unsafe, which is why she secretly went through with it. Natalie came over to my parents' house last night after dinner. She dropped off Kaya at her friend's because she said she needed to talk to me. I'm glad I gave her the chance because I now have no doubt she is a pathological liar. She said after her first pregnancy she had to work so hard to be in shape and she swore she would never do that again. I said, then you lied to me from day one. She said she thought she would change her mind but she didn't. Then she saw me come to terms with not having a baby, so she decided not to tell me. I said, so you lied more. You got rid of my baby because you wanted to stay fit. You didn't even discuss anything with me. How could you do that to me? I could be holding my baby right now and you stole it from me. She said she is sorry but the good news is she still can't. I said, you are still lying. You still don't want a baby and you're only saying it so I stay. I don't even know what to believe anymore. I can't trust you. Ever. She started crying, saying Kaya is so sad you left us because I can't give you a baby. I lost it. You lied to her too. Is this why she thinks I left? I told her it's over and get out of my parents' house. She cried and cried. I'll meet with a lawyer this week to start the separation process. I'll send a text to Kaya and explain that I didn't abandon her and will do anything to be in her life. I never legally adopted her, sadly. I can't believe I blindly trusted her all these years. As for Kaya's dad, I have no idea who he is. She refuses to talk about it. Top comment. The lack of an adoption might not matter. When my stepfather and mother divorced, he was able to get visitation rights but not custody or decision-making power, as the courts thought it was best for the child, me. If this is a priority for you, make sure your lawyer knows it. OP, I'll discuss this with my lawyer this week. Comment. I don't know, looks like she might block you from visiting your adopted daughter in the future, since you didn't legally adopt her. Are you going to pay alimony to her? OP, I have to as she is a part-time yoga instructor and I am the breadwinner. Comment. Kaya is so sad you left us because I can't give you a baby. What in the fuck is that? The poor kid's being manipulated and lied to as well as you. She's a piece of work. Update 2. I'm sorry for multiple posts, but you guys have been so helpful. Definitely more than my family and friends in real life. I took your advice and met with my sister-in-law over lunch. She was very reluctant to give me any info, but here is what she said. Natalie is in no contact with her parents since before Kaya was born. She didn't lie about this part. I asked if she knows who Kaya's dad is because Natalie gets upset every time I asked and refuses to talk about him. She was surprised and said, you are kidding, right? You can't be this naive. It's obviously Ryan, her boss, the guy who owns the yoga place. I asked about their relationship. She kept saying, Natalie really loves you. I begged her to tell me everything. She said she thinks not sure the reason Natalie terminated her pregnancy was that she wasn't sure if the baby was mine or Ryan's. Either way, she didn't want another baby. I was floored. She was cheating on me. The same time we were trying for a baby. With the same guy who already abandoned her once. What's going on here? Why? I was stupid enough to start a college fund for her kid, yet she cheated on me at least once with this guy. I'm gonna lose my house and half of everything, she said. Listen, you're a good guy, just move on. No need to dig more, you are making yourself crazy. I asked if Kaya knows who her dad is. She said absolutely not because Ryan has zero desire to be in her life. I want to tell everything to Kaya before leaving, but my parents think this is crossing the line because I'm not her dad or mom and it's none of my business. My friends think I want to tell her to hurt Natalie, but it's the opposite. I know how awful it is to be lied to, and Kaya deserves the truth. My parents think I act like a crazy person and I should just meet with the lawyer. Some top comments. So wait, she still works with her baby daddy who refuses to be a dad and they're still hooking up. Comment, that's what I'm thinking, putting 2 and 2 together. Ryan is still hitting it and she's taking birth control pills so she don't get pregnant. Comment, so basically Op is the side chick, emotional and financial support animal. Poor Op. Essentially failed by everybody in his support circle. OP deleted his account after this update. Hence this story is marked concluded. Second story. My stepson falsely accused me of hitting him, and my wife didn't trust me. Am I wrong for asking for a divorce? Bit of background, I, 40, M, have been married to my wife, 40F, for 5 years. She has a son, 10, M, and a daughter, 8F, from her previous marriage. I have one daughter, 7F, from my previous marriage. About a month ago her son accused me of hitting him. I never put my hands on him or anyone. My wife confronted me and I denied it. She didn't believe me. After the argument I went to cool off and talk to my friend. He was worried, very worried, and said that I should get the fuck out of the house with my daughter. He said that I am a man and no one is gonna believe me, and I could lose my daughter if things escalate. I finally understood the gravity of situation I am in. After a long walk I made up my mind. I went to my house, and asked my wife to come talk to me. I said that I never hit him, I don't know why he said it and I don't wanna know anymore. I told her that I am not feeling safe in this house, and I don't wanna risk my future and my daughter's future. I told her I understand her mama bear mindset, so I won't blame her for not believing me, but last place I want to be is anywhere near a mama bear. I packed my bags, and my daughter's bag, and we left for my parents' house. I refused to take her calls and asked her to only contact me through messages since it's not legal in my state to record without consent of both parties. Her messages ranged from blaming me to blaming herself and wanting to talk in person. 3 weeks later she messaged me and told me that she believes me. When I left she actually started to question her son's allegations and obvious inconsistencies started to emerge. She realized that her son is full of shit. She apologized profusely and begged me to come back. I refused. I told her that I can't risk it anymore. I don't trust her children and I don't trust her to believe me. I can't risk it. She asked me what I want her to do, give up her kids' custody, and I said, honestly, I do love her and I do want to stay with her, but I can't risk it to be with her anymore if her kids are staying with us. I told her I am sorry and I don't expect her to leave her kids, so I think it's best if we move forward with separation. Turns out she is actually considering giving up the custody of her kids. Her ex-husband called me and asked me why his ex-wife is talking about giving up custody. I told him the truth and he was very angry with her son but more angry with my wife. He respected me enough to not push it further when I told him to sort it out with my wife. So we are in middle of shitstorm and I am not budging. I can't stay in same house as her children. I am getting bombarded by phone calls of people blaming me for making my wife abandon her children. But what other choice do I have? I can't risk going back now. Am I wrong here? Relevant comment. NTA, how does she go from mama bear who will do anything to defend her children to if you'll come back to me, I'll ditch the kids? Really disturbing. OP, mama bear, were my words. I was trying to tell her that I don't blame her for believing her son and I understand her perspective. She didn't use those words. Judgment, not the a-hole. Update, 3.5 months later. After I made the previous post, I made the decision to file for divorce and told my wife. Literally the next day my wife told me that she is pregnant. I am gonna be honest, I didn't believe her. It was too convenient of a time. I took some time to process it and asked her if she would agree for me to accompany her to the doctor's appointment. She agreed. She was 12 weeks pregnant. We had a talk and I told her that we gonna have to do our best to co-parent the baby. She made promise that she will make sure her son behaves from now on, that I will not have to worry about anything. I told her that I am not risking my future on her word considering how easily she believed her son over me. I told her that I am not even blaming her, it's not like she was wrong in doing so. So we are definitely getting a divorce. She is scared to go through pregnancy all alone, but what other choice do we even have? We gonna have to do our best. Another child will be raised in a broken family. Her relationship with her son has gone to the dogs. He is currently living with his father and she refusing to talk to him. I can't find it in myself to judge her. She is going to have to go through pregnancy in her 40s, which in itself is complicated enough. On top of that she is gonna have to navigate her divorce. Add her pregnancy hormones to the mix and it's just easier to just not talk to her son. All because she believed her lying son. I did talk to her ex-husband and he and his wife are also struggling. His son is not doing well by his mother basically ghosting him. I guess the stern talking to that one person recommended in my previous post is not needed anymore. He has gotten pretty good idea of how much he messed up. I guess we are in the situation where everyone loses. My daughter is only one who is left relatively unscathed. She is adjusting pretty well to the new apartment. She is getting into new routine. All thanks to my friend who warned me in time and helped me shield her from the shit show. P.S. People who were sent me DMs to see how I was doing and for updates etc. Forgive me for not replying, I was very preoccupied with all things going on. I logged onto this account for the first time since I made the earlier post. Relevant comment. I'm sorry you'll be stuck dealing with these dynamics for the next 18 years of your life. OP, it's fine, I will do my best.